Yo, what's up, guys? This is Wormpal, the coach of the Stavanger Softboilers, and welcome back to GCL Season 3 finals. Yes, you heard it, we made finals. Last week we beat Plasma in the semi-finals, and now this week we are taking on Dancing Joker and his Salem Simians. That's a guy we played back in week 1 of this season. So definitely go check out that battle if you haven't already. Also check out his channel. I don't know if he's recording anymore, but he still has some videos of this league on his channel. So go check him out. Amazing content. Um, if you didn't see my first battle against him, we kind of swept him with Manaphy. So I'm well, we actually got a 6-0, so I'm pretty sure he really wants revenge this time. So let's try to not give him that. Also, if you didn't watch season 2 of this league, which is also on my channel, we won the entire league. So let's try to defend our championship title and win this battle. Should we start talking about his team? I think we should. You can see his team on the right. He has Magearna, Gliscor, Mega Tyranitar, Rotom Heat, Amoonguss, Latias, Cresselia, Snorlax, Escavalier, Silvally Steel, Hitmontop, and Slowbro. Very defensive team, very bulky, also very slow. I think he has stalled a lot of his opponents in this league. So hopefully we don't get stalled by him, because that would be very frustrating. But he also has some very scary offensive threats like Magearna and Mega Tyranitar, but they are also slow, so I think my team is actually pretty offensive this week, so that's hopefully that can like break through his stall. But let's start talking about my team. First off, we have our Manaphy, which was the MVP in our last battle. I don't have the same set though. I think he will be a lot more prepared for that this time. Last time I brought Calm Mind with Rest, Sleep, not, oh yes, Sleep Talk. Rest, Sleep Talk, Rain Dance, not Sleep Talk. What am I saying? Rest, Rain Dance, Calm Mind, and Scald, or Surf, I don't remember, but yeah, that kind of just destroyed his team. Got 3 kills, I believe. But this time I decided to change it to a Tail Glow set. Max special attack, max speed, with the attacking moves Scald, Shadow Ball, and Ice Beam. Shadow Ball hits all 3 of his psychic types, which are Latias, Slowbro, and Cresselia. I don't think he will bring all of them, but still very useful to hit some of them. Ice Beam is there mostly for the Amoonguss, but it can also hit the Latias because it has higher base power than Shadow Ball. And Scald is just, of course, for stab. And so what's so lucky about the EVs on this thing is that my Manaphy can outspeed his Rotom Heat by 1 point if I am modest and he's timid, which is very nice. So I get a lot of extra power from the modest ability. Next up we have Infernape with Life Orb, Close Combat, Flare Blitz, U-Turn, and Slack Off. As you can see on the EVs, it's not very defensive, but has a lot of special defense and HP investment, which allows it to take hits decently well from Pokemon like Amoonguss, maybe even Magearna. And then I can maybe slack off some of the damage later if I like predict a switch or something. And I will also take a lot of recalls from Life Orb and Flare Blitz, so slack off is very useful. Close Combat, Flare Blitz, and U-Turn is of course to deal a lot of damage to a lot of his Pokemon. I have very little speed. I believe it's to outspeed the Mega Tyranitar if he would be timid. So yeah, pretty straightforward Infernape. Next up we have Landorus T, Leftovers, Earthquake Knockoff, U-Turn, and Defog. Enough HP in defense to live 2 banded Iron Heads from a Scavalier. Which this Landorus will most likely be my main switch into his Escavalier. I also didn't mention, last time we battled him, he had Galvantula instead of Escavalier. And that time, Galvantula and Latias were the only Pokemon that outsped my Manphy, and now Latias is the only one, so that makes Manphy even better. So there's not a lot that can revenge kill my Manphy. But yeah, let's go back to Landorus. Knockoff, very useful for stuff like Light Score, maybe knock off its Poison Orb before it gets poisoned. Toxic Orb, I don't know what it's called, but yeah. Defog, because he has a lot of Stealth Rockers, I think. Next up we have Golbat. This will be the first and the last time I'm bringing this Golbat. Never bought it before. This Golbat's main job is to defensively check the Magearna. Max HP, almost max special defense. So like an Ice Beam from a Magearna only does like 35% max, and I can easily roost off that damage. And then I have Super Fang, which allows me to cut the HP in half of any Pokemon, including the Magearna. Toxic can poison anything on its team except for the Magearna. Taunt is there to stop Pokemon like Cresselia and Snorlax from setting up. Can also stop Magearna from setting up Calm Mind or Trick Room. It can do a lot of things like stop Gliscor from defogging or something. Then next we have Mega Alakazam. This is a pretty interesting and uncommon set. Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, Calm Mind, Recover, no Psychic Stab. Because I couldn't fit it on the sets, because I really need Shadow Ball, because if I don't have it, I can't hit make Latias, for example, in any way, and if I don't have Focus Blast, I just get completely walled by Mega Tyranitar. And for the last 2 moves, I really wanted Calm Mind and Recover, because that allows me to set up on Pokemon like Latias and Rotom Heat, and of course Cresselia and Slowbro. And there's a lot of Pokemon I can set up on, and then recover off the damage, so I can keep setting up. And if I can get to +2 with this Mega Alakazam, I think I might just win if I have like weakened the Magearna a little bit. Maybe the Gliscor. Yeah, this will most likely be my sweeper. And then the last Pokemon we have our Gudra. Assault Vest, Sap Sipper, means I can very freely switch into Amoonguss. This thing is immune to his Spore, and it even gives me an attack boost. And for moves, I have Fire Blast, Ice Beam, Dragon Tail, and Power Whip. Fire Blast hits the Magearna and the Escavalier. Ice Beam hits the Gliscor and the Amoonguss and the Latias. Dragon Tail is there to stop stuff like Snorlax from setting up in my face. Also useful against setup Cresselia or something like that. And then Power Whip I put on as last move, so I can hit both Mega Tyranitar and Slowbro. That's the team. I am pretty confident. I'm about to battle Dancing Joker, so I will cut to where he accepts our challenge. So we're back. I am terribly sorry. I know I promised in the team builder part of this video and in last week's battle that I would do a live com of this video, or this battle rather. I did record a live commentary of my battle, but the thing is, the battle ended up lasting an entire hour, and it was late. My commentary was starting to get boring to listen to. It would take forever to edit and upload, and I don't even think you guys would enjoy watching an hour-long video. So that's why I'm here 6 days later, recording a postcom of this battle. Again, I'm very sorry, but I hope you understand my decision. But enough talking, let's get into the game. My Dancing Joker brought Cresselia, Mungus, Gliscor, Snorlax, Latias, and Magearna, so no Mega Tyranitar, which is amazing. I decided to lead with my Landorus here, because it does pretty well against everything, and it's just a great lead overall. He leads with his Gliscor, probably to set up rocks or something, which is just good for me, because I get to knock off his Toxic Orb before he gets poisoned. And he Toxics my Landorus, which is not a huge problem. I can't really do much else to the Gliscor, so I U-turn out here into my Manaphy. And he probably predicted me to be the same set as last time, which was Calm Mind, Rest, Rain Dance. So that's why he went Amoonguss, and I did predict him to go Amoonguss here, which is why I set up a Tail Glow, hoping that an Ice Beam would kill him. But he is, unfortunately for us, max HP, max special defense, and is able to live a hit and clear Smog to get rid of our stat boosts. Here he switches into Snorlax to take the second Ice Beam. Unfortunately for him, he gets frozen, and he told me after this battle that Snorlax was his win con, so that makes it even more unfortunate for him. This gives me a pretty free switch into my Infernape, and here I predicted him to go Latias, so that's why I clicked U-turn here, to take out 2/3 of his health. And I thought this would be a very good opportunity to set up Calm Minds with my Megalgazam, but he reveals that he is indeed Choice Scarfed. And I did calc this. The damage calc said that if he's at -2 special attack and I'm at +1 special defense, I can live another Draco Meteor even if he's modest. So I'm able to get off a recover. And honestly, I thought it was game over for him at this point, because he can't really take hits from anything from my Megalgazam, but he shows that his Magearna has also Calm Mind. And he's actually max HP, max special defense, so a Shadow Ball does very little, even though I'm at +2 special attack. And here he sets up a Trick Room, and I believe if he was max special attack, he had a chance to kill me with Fleur Cannon. So that's why I switched into my Golbat to take the hit here, and then switch into something else to take the Ice Beam, to not let him get a Soul Heart boost. But he doesn't have Ice Beam, so he switches out. And there's just a lot of back and forth switching since he has Trick Room up. He starts setting up Calm Minds with his Cresselia, which is not a problem at all, because my Gudra has Dragon Tail. So he just wasted 2 turns clicking Calm Mind. Unfortunately for us, he gets the Latias out, and I don't have any Dragon Resists. So something has to take big damage. I decided that Manaphy was my least useful Pokemon, so I let Manaphy take the first hit and then go Megalgazam to take the second Draco Meteor decently well. And here I believe I click Calm Mind, yes, but I have revealed my entire moveset, so he knows I don't have Psychic Stab, which lets him go Amoonguss pretty freely. Here he clicks Clear Smog for the second time, so at this point I'm 99% sure he doesn't have Spore, which will be very useful information later in the game. He switches Magearna to take the Ice Beam, but I also have Fire Blast, so I get rid of the Magearna, which is the biggest problem to my team, so that's a very good start. He goes Amoonguss here, tries to Toxic my Gudra, but I predict that, so I go into my Golbat. I know he doesn't have Spore, so this is just a very free roost for me. As he goes Snorlax. It's still frozen, so it's just another free switch to my Infernape. And at this point, his Latias is in range for close combat. So that's why I click that instead of U-turn. But he goes Gliscor instead, which was a good play by him.
Here I of course U-turn, go into my Gudra because I have Ice Beam. Nothing really wants to take that Ice Beam except for maybe the Snorlax, but he goes Amoonguss, tries to Toxic me again. You can see he's so special defensive, he takes the Ice Beam very well even though it's a crit. Again, I go Golbat because he doesn't have Spore. He double switches into his Cresselia, which is not a problem, even though he's a Psychic type. He has already revealed Calm Mind, so that's why I went for a Toxic to stop him from just setting up and sweeping me. Here I taunt him to stop him from Calm Minding and recovering health with Moonlight. And now I click Super Fang. Do a lot of damage and hopefully speed up the process of killing this Cresselia. He goes for Psyshock, which puts me in range to die from another one, so that's why I of course have to click Roost here. As he goes Gliscor, I EV'd my Golbat to outspeed uninvested Gliscor, so I'm able to outspeed him, click Taunt, to stop him from roosting or setting up Stealth Rock or anything like that. Yo Snorlax here takes the Super Fang and shows that he has Papa Berry with Gluttony. He's still frozen, so another free switch to my Infernape. Infernape is just so good in this matchup. Here I predict him to go Gliscor, so that's why I click Flare Blitz. And here I click Flare Blitz again to kill something. He decides to sacrifice his Latias, which is just huge for me, because now he can't really deal with my Golbat in any way. A U-turn doesn't kill. If I went for a Flare Blitz there, I probably would have died to recoil. I go Golbat because, as you have already seen, he can't really touch me. I click Taunt to stop Cresselia from recovering health. And here I decided to just sack my Manphy because I didn't have a very good switch to his Gliscor. So I just go for a couple of Scalds and Ice Beams before he takes me down with Clear Smog. Here I'm gonna speed up the game a little because, as I already said, it's a very long game. And there's just a lot of switching in the next turns. And this is why I said in the team builder that Slack Off is so good in this matchup. I'm just able to come in on his Amoonguss every single time and click Slack Off since he doesn't have Spore. And I don't need to worry about killing myself with Flare Blitz or U-turn. And here he's kind of stuck in an infinite loop. He just goes back and forth between his Cresselia and Amoonguss. Every time he goes Amoonguss, I can just go Infernape and Slack Off. And every time he goes Cresselia, I can go Mega Alakazam and recover. Can't really do anything to me. So yeah, he went into Cresselia again, so I of course U-turn into my Alakazam. And then recover as he, I believe, switches into his Amoonguss. So here I of course again go back into Infernape. He does click Toxic here, which is very annoying, but I do have Slack Off, so it's not a huge deal if you get what I mean. Here he sacrifices his Gliscor because it didn't really do that much, and Cresselia couldn't live 2 Flare Blitzes. He goes Amoonguss trying to bait the Flare Blitz, but I probably would have killed myself to recoil damage, so I click Slack Off instead. Here I go Gudra in case his Snorlax thaws from the freeze, so I can maybe try and tail him out if he tries to set up. But then I just go Alakazam because he went Cresselia. Back into Amoonguss, takes the Shadow Ball, I switch back into my Infernape. Take the Clear Smog, take me down to 50%. That means I have to Slack Off. Back into Cresselia. I don't even know if I need to comment on these things anymore. Here he actually doubles into his Snorlax. So I go Golbat here to taunt him, stop him from setting up or clicking recycle in case he thaws out, which he does. Then Super Fang deal damage, taunt to stop him from using synthesis. And then again, just go Infernape as he goes Cresselia. And here, can you guess what move I went for? U-turn, that's right. Back into Mega Alakazam. Guess what move he went for? Psyshock, of course. Guess what he does now? Switches into his Amoonguss. If you guessed that, you were correct. Here I instead go Landorus to try to knock off his leftovers to hopefully speed things up a little. And here I just switch again back into my Infernape. Take the Clear Smog. Sorry, guys. Slack off. Here he makes a mistake. He goes into his Cresselia while he is at low health, which means I can kill him with Flare Blitz. Finally, Cresselia goes down, and with the remaining 2 Pokemon weak to my Infernape's attacks, our opponent decides to forfeit the game. That means that we are the champions of GCL Season 3. Oh, 2-time GCL championship. We were the champion of Season 2 as the Stavanger Viking Volts, and this season as the Stavanger Softboilers. That's very exciting. Check out Dancing Joker's YouTube channel. He doesn't upload videos anymore, but he still has amazing content, so please check him out. Link to his channel will be in the description. There won't be a season 4 of the GCL, sadly. The owner of the league and some others have lost a little motivation, and there sadly won't be season 4. But there will be another draft league on the channel, so I hope you look forward to that. I will be uploading the draft analysis for that in a few weeks. So I hope you enjoyed the video and just the entire season. But as always, until next time, goodbye.